I grew up knowing it. In the Midwest, everyone did. How it felt, the sight, the taste, the smell. You could always tell when it was coming. There would be a chill in the air and stillness. Sometimes it would arrive when we were asleep. We would wake up in the middle of the night and peer out of our windows using the dim light the street lamps provided to see it. Swirling down from the sky, we would watch the white, cottony snowflakes fall. Snowstorm, blizzard, whiteout, snowmageddon, didn't matter what the weather announcers would call it. When you were a kid and snow was headed your way, there was nothing better. They just announced it, snow day today, my mother would whisper to us, our eyes full of sleep as we struggled to get out of bed for school. You can go back to bed and sleep in a bit more. But suddenly, we were wide awake and way too excited to go back to sleep. We would leap out of bed and we were up for the day. We'd rush through breakfast, scrambled eggs burning our throat because we couldn't wait to get outside. We struggled into the many layers of snow pants, gloves, coats, scarves, hats, neck warmers, boots, in a race to get outside. We would rush out into the air, the door slamming behind us. Our breath came out in puffs, and the cold air would sting our cheeks, but we didn't care. We would push the snow into piles, packing it higher and higher, building forts and sledding hills. If the roads were too dangerous to drive on, then we couldn't get to the park hills for sledding. We would just sled down our street. We would spend all day outside, taking only a break for a quick lunch of chicken noodle soup and grilled cheese. We would be back outside before the ice even melted from our hair. Sometimes school would be closed for days. The plows would try to push the powdery snow off the roads, but after a while there was no room. Even parking lots would be filled with huge snow mountains that had been piled up all winter. There were all different kinds of snow. The soft, fluffy kind that seemed too perfect to be real, the thick, wet kind that made the best snowballs, and there were the icy blobs that would pelt your coat and sting your skin as it fell. There were people who loved it and those who hated it. It would make grown-ups late to work. It would be difficult to shovel, especially if the snow was higher than your knees. Cars wouldn't start because it was so cold and icy. Some people would use snowmobiles to get places. But to us kids, it was the greatest time during the winter. It was a special part of our childhood. It created memories we wouldn't forget, our snow-filled Midwest winters.